Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue ici à la soirée de WISEKey. Bienvenue de la part de tous nos collègues qui sont ici présents et avec qui nous avons un grand plaisir de partager ce moment à ce World Economic Forum et de pouvoir prendre un verre de l'amitié, des technologies et autres sujets fort intéressants. Permettez-moi de passer la parole à notre fondateur et CEO Carlos Moreira, qui va simplement vous parler de WISEKey, de notre enthousiasme, de notre volonté, de notre futur et de notre vision. Ich werde jetzt das Wort geben an Herrn Carlos Moreira, unseren Gründer und CEO. Sie werden die Freude haben, mit Ihnen verschiedene Worte noch zu wechseln. Danke vielmals.
Thank you, Durgam, and welcome everybody to the Swiss Night. This is the third time that WISEKey organizes the Swiss Night. As we are in competition tonight with the, I think it's the Indonesian night or the Mexican night and the UBS night, so I am very happy that you have the time to share, and I really appreciate your presence here. We distributed cows. You have everybody a cow available, right? So show me your cows. Those cows are anti-stress cows, okay? So if you press the cow like that, you reduce your stress. And you're going to need to reduce your stress because I'm going to scare you. I'm going to scare you because WISEKey is in Davos for a very specific mission, which is to, in cooperation with the World Economic Forum and the international community, to really put a very important subject, which is cybersecurity, on the table of decision makers of the world. The World Economic Forum and WISEKey, as member of the World Economic Forum Global Growth Companies, we started in 2007. We were one of the founding members of this very elite group of companies that the World Economic Forum has selected to go around the world basically and benefit from this enormous and amazing network that is available to members of the World Economic Forums to make their company growing. WISEKey started in Geneva. We started with government security. My background is in the UN. I was the chief security officer of the UN during 15 years. And when I created WISEKey, the vision was that one day, and that was 14 years ago, one day, the world is going to need a Switzerland on security. The world already has a physical Switzerland, which is the one we live. But the world needs a virtual Switzerland, the one that's going to sit on the internet, the one that's going to provide the same benefits that the physical Switzerland provides, which is neutrality, protection of your integrity, personal integrity of data, possibility of not government intervention in what you do. Swiss values that they are applicable to the banking system are immediately transferable and applicable to the internet. So what we did was to prove that. This was a vision, obviously, then you have to execute that vision. And during the last years, we did very complex projects. We did the e-voting project in Geneva, it was a world first. We helped the United Nations in Geneva to avoid interceptions. We helped the International Telecommunication Union, and we created a cryptographic root key. And what happened during those years that I was evangelizing and everybody was saying, yeah, okay, come on, talking, you know, Americans, companies are $30, $20 billion, you will never succeed. So it really took a young guy with the name Snowden to really help us big time. And this young guy basically has proved something that I have been telling the world for over now 2 decades, which is that security in big countries that they have also an industrial military complex, it will never be neutral. It will never be neutral because those countries use the cyberspace in the same way they use their military presence. So you need a wise company. Wise in WISEKey means World Internet Security, but also means wisdom. Means that we can achieve enormous things on the internet without the need to compromise our personal data, without the need to compromise our identities, without the need basically to compromise our national and corporation security. I was today, and we have some friends from the World Economic Forum, in a very interesting meeting when you have Russians, American government, and it really was amazing how they were, you know, bashing each other. You know, you are doing this, and you did that to me, and I did that. And this is when you see that happen at that level, and you see what is the consequence that to the consumer, you really get scared, you know, because that means that really the internet is a place where people are going to be fighting, people are going to be attacking, people are going to be conducting cyber attacks on cyberware. So how you solve that? The way is by including identity on the internet. The internet was developed, the World Wide Web was developed in Geneva 25 years ago, and Tim Berners-Lee was with Host This Money, and which was the engineer of the internet. They never, the World Wide Web, they never thought about identity. It means that identity was never thought about it. Nobody thought that identity was required, because the internet was a network of machines. Now, since Facebook, the gravity center of the internet is the person. The person now is in the middle, and the machines are going around. So it's a unique opportunity to provide identity to people. And that's what WiseKey is doing in the last years. You have here around you posters that show the projects that we do. We certify watches in Switzerland. We are the largest, and we have a patent for that. We are the largest company now in certifying watches. We already have 1 million watches certified by WiseKey. WiseKey adds identity in the watches, and those watches becomes unique and therefore cannot be counterfeited. We identify people that you just download, and by the way, tonight we are offering you our technology, so you will be able to download the technology for free. We have an application with the name WiseID, where you can put all your credit cards, your Miles & More programs, password, all the things that you have to remember you put in WiseID. WiseID encrypts this information and copies in a private cloud, a Swiss private cloud, which is provided in cooperation with Swisscom, and where WiseKey encrypts the information and Swisscom stores the data. That gives to the consumer guarantees that this data is going to be not only encrypted, which is essential for interception, but it's also going to be located here in Switzerland. The third dimension is WisePhone, which you all are going to receive a license, free license, which allow you to encrypt your voice communication. So with WisePhone, you can make calls, GSM calls, and voice over IP calls, that they are totally secure because they are encrypted point to point. And in plus of that, the communication is free. So if you make a call from China to Geneva with a WisePhone, you only pay the local GSM access in China, and the rest of the call is encrypted. Actually, we tested and it works in China, which is something very important. So WiseKey vision is that everybody in the world should have an ID, but an ID should not belong neither to the bank, neither to the government, neither to your sport association. Your ID is your birth certificate. So as this is a technology night, and I really don't want to make it only about WiseKey, I also invite some partners. And some of you have been already testing, but you are all invited to test a very cool integration, which is putting WiseKey technology into a Google Glass. Why Google Glass? Because the Google Glass represents today the most invasive privacy device in the world. I mean, you can be in a restaurant and you can be filming a person and taking data from that person without any authorization and transferring that data to a cloud for further publication in Facebook. With encryption technology, that data will be encrypted and will only be available to the people that you authorize to. So anyway, I don't want to take too long because the idea is not created here a cybersecurity pitch. Just to tell you that my vision is to make Switzerland one of the most neutral and trusted platform of cybersecurity in the world. So we are open to partnerships. We like to partner with everybody, with insurance company. We have the chance to have here today very big representatives from the Swiss and international lobby. We have the Chinese mobile company. We have technology providers from Switzerland. We have FFL, which is one of the largest technology institutes in Switzerland. And the vision is that by the year 2020, 50 billion devices are going to be connected to the internet. 50, your car, your fridge, your alarm system, everything's going to be connected to the internet. You need security, you need Swiss security, and you need WiseKey. Thank you very much. Yes. And now you are free to test the glasses. I don't know where